Let's make this wonderful banana chai bread. I totally tweaked a recipe to make this so that it's also sourdough and good for you. Yum. Want to make this? I'll show you how to do it. Let's get started. So I've taken this cooks.com banana bread recipe and turned it into a sourdough banana chai bread. You can turn any recipe into a sourdough recipe by just adding in sourdough discard and removing the equal amounts of wet and dry ingredients. Today, what I've done is add a 1/2 cup sourdough discard. That's a typical amount for a recipe like this. And I've removed a 1/4 cup of flour and used small eggs instead of large eggs. Now, to make this chai flavor, we're going to substitute the cinnamon for this chai blend, and I'll be sharing that with you. And I'm starting out with the 1/2 cup of coconut oil, kind of been mashing it and stirring it around, make sure it's nice and soft. To this, I'm going to go ahead and add our sugars, and you'll remember I'm putting in a 1/2 cup of the stevia. You see how light and fluffy that is? If you went all stevia, you're going to have an issue with the structure of your bread. It's going to be different. So I don't want to compromise that. So to this, I'm going to add also a 1/2 cup of the regular sugar. So we're going to go ahead and pour that in there. I'm going to mix this up really well, and then I'm going to put in the eggs. So I got 1 egg. Here's another one. These are the smaller of our eggs. We use farm fresh eggs, but the brown ones tend to be larger than these little green guys. So they come in handy. We're going to go ahead and add in about a teaspoon of our vanilla. All right, now we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of the goat's milk yogurt. Any yogurt will do, or you could do sour cream. That would be fine also. And then I also need to add in the 1/2 cup of our sourdough. So I'm gonna go ahead. Next, the bananas. Okay, so in here we have the 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon, the 1/2 teaspoon of cardamom, the 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, a 1/4 teaspoon of clove, and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And this smells amazing. All right, got a cup of flour. I'm adding in another 1/4 of a cup and a teaspoon of baking soda. Here's my 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All right, and I've got this all mixed up. 1 1/4 cups of flour did just fine. All right, we're gonna put this in the oven at 350 and bake this for an hour. All right, and here's the end result of our wonderful banana chai bread sourdough style. Perfectly moist, wonderfully tasty. And what kind of a hostess would I be if I didn't offer you a bite? So we'll get that coming up here. I hope you give this a try. Super easy. And remember, everybody, keep your joy, and I'll see you on the next one.